Hello, welcome to another Alpha Strike unboxing video. My name is Adam and this is Tarron.
Hey buddy, how we doing?
We are looking at Marvel Crisis Protocol and the Green
Green
Goblin.
I'm like, yeah.
The classic Spider-Man foes, and he's here. We're going to have a look at him to see how he plays in the game and see what cards he gets and
Yeah.
how it all works. So,
that's gonna be pretty cool, I
Yeah.
think. Let's have a squeeze.
right,
Okay.
so I've got the box.
You've got the
That's
unboxing
boxing
knife.
thing.
The knife. Alright, you won't be able to tell the difference. It's knife damage or puppy damage. It's the same thing.
That's right.
It's all good.
So there we go. So he's a single model in this box here, CP21.
Yep.
Looks like he comes on one of the larger bases, which makes sense.
With smoke.
Yeah, flip him over. A little bit of spiel about it. So one Green Goblin miniature, one base, one affiliation card, one character stat card, 2 team tactics cards, and 10 tokens.
Nice.
Busy. Got some stuff going on. Open that up, mate.
Let's have a squizaroo. Cards and tokens. And the model.
Cards on the back.
Obviously, read this first. It's involved everywhere. You don't need to see that.
So let's have a look. How easy do you reckon he's going to go together?
Oh, holy crud.
That good.
So there's 13 steps, including attaching the base. His head's in 2 parts. What the hell?
Top and bottom. What is the hood?
Yeah, he's got like a hoodie thing because it's Green Goblin, obviously, so he's got that long hoodie thing. But look at that, the arm and the bomb are 2 separate pieces for both.
Maybe it's optional. Maybe if you don't want him to hold one, or just hold one of them, or none of them. Or
Yeah, you could probably put them in different hands or whatever as well if you felt like it, but yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Do whatever.
Some stuff.
Do what you feel like. You could make custom bombs for him. He's got a choice of 2 bases there. And
Nice.
there he is.
So mold lines and stuff. What's the quality look like? They're usually pretty good. But
Yeah, it all looks pretty good to me. I'm not much of a modeler. It looks like it's in far too many pieces for my liking, to tell you the truth. He's got like separate pauldron things there. Yeah, so he's...
What's that for? What are those bits?
Oh, I think they're part of the sled.
Okay.
So I think there's 2 different
there's the
fronts for the
bit.
sled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's the back part for the sled. And then he's got his 2 bombs there. These are for the feet. And then he's got his face. That's the front part of the sled. And then he's got his hoodie over here.
Okay.
Far too many pieces for me to deal with, but I'm quite happy to turn it over to you for that one. That's fine. Oh dear.
All right. So
Them off to the side and let's have a look at
we have
cards
some
and stuff.
So there's the tokens.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Incinerate, which makes sense.
Yep.
It's obviously scenario 1. Whoops, I moved the camera there a bit. And whatever those are.
Some sort of poisoning thing.
So spider foes. Green Goblin. There's some leadership stuff. That's good. Carnage. Dr. Ock, your favourite there.
Yeah.
Kingpin, eh? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Mysterio, who I can't wait till I get him.
Venom. So that's pretty cool. You could have Doc Ock, Green Goblin and Venom, and
That's
maybe
what we've got
fit
already.
one other person in there and you've got a group.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty
I
cool,
like
isn't
that.
it? Yeah.
I like it.
So he has 2 cards.
2 tactics cards.
What's that? Blind Obsession and Well Laid Plans. I love the art for this game.
Yeah,
It's
great.
really cool. It's really good. Pick one. Let's have a look at it.
Let me pick. I kind of like the idea of well-laid plans, so let's have a squeeze. So unaffiliated, active.
Nice.
Green Goblin and Doc Ock may spend 3 power each to play this card. Okay. So roll 5 dice for each enemy character holding an objective token. The enemy character suffers 1 damage for each critical and wild result rolled.
Wow.
A character damaged in this way drops all objective tokens it is holding. The player playing this card chooses the order in which enemy characters are affected.
Oh. Wow, that is actually kind of cool.
That's pretty rude. It doesn't give a range. It doesn't give a limit. It just says anybody holding an objective token. 5 dice.
And if you take at least a wound, then you're going to drop it, which means no points. You
Yeah.
play it at the end of the round after everyone's done their bit.
Yeah, well, that would be the best spot to do it.
Yum.
But, I mean, someone like Black Widow who can run forward, grab an objective, and then run away.
Yeah.
And we've seen some other people end up with multiples of them.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I don't know how they're pulling that off, but
It's a well-laid plan. Well, that's why they're the villains.
I was going to say probably booby trap. Or something. That's pretty cool. And 5 dice isn't a little attack.
No, that's
You've got to get criticals and wilds, but
There's one. I think there's 1 critical and 1 wild.
per die. Yeah,
so
and they're 8-sided, so yeah,
it's all right.
that's pretty good.
All right.
So you can have blind obsession,
blind
buddy.
obsession sounds like me, doesn't it? Unaffiliated reactive. So at the start of the activation phase, any character may spend 3 power to play this card. Character who played this card gains an obsession token. So that's that one of his head.
Yeah.
Choose an enemy character. While the character that played this card has an obsession token, it adds 2 dice to its attack rolls when targeting the chosen character. When the character with the obsession token rolls defense dice, if the chosen character is attacking, add 2 dice to the defense roll. Okay, if it is not the chosen character attacking, remove 2 dice from the defense roll.
Ooh.
Right. The character that played this card loses the obsession token when the chosen character is KO'd.
Okay.
Right.
So you're getting +2 dice on your attack rolls and +2 dice on your defense rolls against a chosen character until they're KO'd. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That removing 2 dice when it's not them is not cool. But I mean, if you can get him over near someone like Black Widow or something like that, who are regularly on their own,
Yeah.
that's not bad. +2 and +2.
Well, I can kind of imagine like his speed's going to be fairly decent because he's got his flying thing.
I would assume so. Yeah. I would assume it'd be pretty good.
But if the one you're playing that against, if they're sort of on the ropes already, then the risk to you is not so...
Is minimal,
bad. Yeah.
But that, I mean, +2 dice for each.
That's nice.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And I mean, unfortunately, you can't replay it. So you get that token, and then you pick one person. So you want to make that choice pretty solid, because you can't replay the card.
No.
But it is still pretty good.
Okay.
+2 dice attack and defense.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
If you get some other cards that boost your dice and whatever else, other abilities and allies that sort of do things.
Yeah, and if he's got some attacks that are reasonably high diced in the first place, then that +2 can push it over the edge. All right.
So
let's have a look at him then.
What he does. There we are.
That is his happy side.
He always seems happy though.
Yeah, he's got a
happy.
big smile on his face.
What's that? 7 life. That's pretty generous. But
Yeah.
then he is a leader, I suppose. So
Yeah.
movement M on a large base. Well, that's good because we've seen how that works with Doc Ock. He's quite fast.
Yeah.
Size 3 is 4 points. Okay.
Hmm.
4 physical, 3 energy, and 3 mystic.
Yeah.
That's about right. Okay.
Okay. So he's got his pumpkin bombs is his standard attack, and it looks pretty full on. 4 range, 4 dice, 0 power. Obviously, before choosing a target, this character chooses whether this attack type is physical or energy.
That's nice.
Nice. After this attack is resolved, the character gains power equal to the damage dealt. Another nice one. And he gets a wild bag of tricks. So before damage is dealt, the enemy character gains one of the following special conditions: bleed, poison, or incinerate.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
That's, really good. And that's why you've got bleed, poison, and incinerate there.
Wow.
But, you roll a wild and you're giving someone a random... Well, you're picking which one you want.
You pick whatever you want. There's 3 there.
Very cool.
Wow. Okay. What's the next one? Knight of the Goblin. So that has a shorter range. 4 power for 7 dice though. So that hits pretty hard, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's that? Before choosing a target, this character chooses whether the attack is physical or energy. So that's 2 attacks that he can choose from that does it. That's great.
Yeah.
If this attack deals damage, after this attack is resolved, the target character gains the poison and incinerate special conditions. He only has to do 1 wound and you've got 2 conditions on you. That's 2 actions you've got to spend to get rid of it if you haven't got like these other cards to...
But if he's already hit you with something else and you've already got bleed or poison or whatever, then yeah.
Well, the first one gives you... bleed as well.
Bleed, poison or incinerate. So if you give them bleed with this one and then poison and incinerate with this one, that's a lot of nasty.
Okay, so the Blind Obsession card is looking pretty sweet for him already.
+2 on a die 7 die attack.
Ooh.
That if it wounds will give you multiple conditions. I mean, wow.
Okay. All right. So what's he got? So he's got a leadership. What's that? Oscorp weaponry.
Yeah, Oscorp weaponry. So affiliation spider foes, which is the ones that we read out. Once per turn, when an allied character is attacking, it can spend 1 power when modifying opposing defense die. If it does, it may re-roll 1 opposing defense die. So you can spend a power to re-roll 1 of their defense.
Right.
Venom has the ability to stop people modifying their defense dice.
That's all right. But Venom's on his side. So that's all right.
You would have to read the wording of his ability to be sure, because if it says you skip that step, then this might not apply. But if it says they're just not allowed to do it, then you can still do this. You can make them re-roll 1 and then they can't modify it anyway.
Can't modify it. Yeah.
So that's really good.
Okay. What's this? Hit and run. It's an action. Character immediately makes an attack action followed by a move action for 2 power. You can only use it once per turn. Okay, so an attack and then a move.
Yeah. I was wondering when this was going to show up actually, because we've got Baron Zemo, we've got the Valkyrie, and I think there's one other person. Well, actually, what's his face? Skull Bones. Crossbones.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
He's got a charge.
Yeah.
So you move and then hit. He's got hit and run, which is a hit and then a move.
That's cool, especially if he's got an objective. You can get away from someone easier.
Well, it's an action. You've got 2 of them. Yeah. So you could move your medium and then do hit and run, which is you hit someone and then move back your medium. I was wondering when they get someone with something like that. It's because it balances it. It gives you that opposite end, and it's really, really funky for doing stuff. I like that. I like it a lot. He's got a reactive power, trick or treat, 3 power. So when an enemy character ends an advance or is placed within 4 of this character may use this superpower. Choose an interactive terrain feature of size 3 or less within 2 of the enemy character that was moved or placed. Oh, okay, yep. Destroy the terrain feature. The enemy character suffers a collision as if the terrain feature had collided with it, so he just blows it up, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, so that moved or placed thing, I thought they meant the terrain feature, but they mean the character. So that is helpful because the advanced or placed, because a lot of the abilities say advanced or moves within or something like that. But if you placed, then that doesn't work.
Generally doesn't do anything, yeah.
But this one, if you're placed within 4 range of him, then he gets to blow something near you up and hit you with it.
So how much damage does that apply to that person then? Say it's a size 3.
Well, if it's the max, which is size 3, then they have to dodge it, because it says suffers a collision, not damage. It suffers a collision, so they have to dodge 4 hits because it's the size of the terrain feature +1. So you have to make a physical defense roll against 4 hits.
Jeez, that's all right. What does that cost? 3 power.
3 power, and it doesn't say you can't do it multiple times, but it is reactive, so the condition has to come up again.
Oh man! So if he's got enough power to do it, say a couple of times.
If people are bumping into you, and this basic attack will generate quite a bit of power as well, because it's a 4 dice attack. You can bump it up with your blind obsession, and it gives you power based on the number of wounds you deal. So that's always a good one. It's not one flat damage, it's based on how many you do.
Yeah.
So if you have a really crappy roll, then you get crappy power out of it. But if you have a really good roll, then you can get a lot of power out of those abilities.
It is possible because he can choose like what type of attack it is as well.
Yeah. The only people, I think you said that MODOK can do it as well, but somebody had the ability to change their mystic one for their other two. And it was like, so physical and energy were 2. I think it was it Doctor Strange or was it
Doctor
Magneto?
Strange or was it
I think it was Magneto.
There's what's his name?
I think you said MODOK could do it at the time.
He's out of the Avengers. He came with Winter Soldier.
Okay.
He's the love interest of Scarlet.
No idea.
God. Sorry, I've had a mind blank. He can change some stuff. He spends power to do it.
Well, I can only think of 2 or possibly 3 that can do that. So you're looking at being able to say, well, this is the one that's worse. I mean, if he was doing it to himself, he could pick energy and you only get 3 dice instead of 4. So
yeah,
that's a good thing.
But still really, really good.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like it. He's got a permanent passive there as well, Arch Nemesis Peter Parker.
It's bothering me now. I can't remember who it was. Vision. Okay. Yeah, the Gemini's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he can swap his stuff around and stuff. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Anyway.
Cool. So he has his arch nemesis, which is Peter Parker. So when attacking Peter Parker, this character may modify or reroll skull results and may reroll any number of attack die. At the start of this character's activation, if there is a non-dazed enemy Peter Parker within 3 of this character's first action must be an attack action targeting that Peter Parker if able. And if he's in 3, then his attack actions will hit. Because they're both range 3 or higher. So if Peter Parker's on the table, he's gonna be cranking.
He wants him, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be getting in there, and he's got flight obviously as well. Yeah, so a little obsessive about Spider-Man.
just a little. Well, there's the Peter Parker out of the main core box set.
Yeah.
And there's another one that they brought out with Peter Parker and Black Cat.
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
Yeah.
So, and I think there's now a third one that they're releasing in it's like a diorama pack.
Ooh.
So it's up on the website now if you guys want to have a look. But it's basically another Dr. Octopus, different sculpt and everything, up against this other Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Sweet.
And they've got this display. So and they've got cards in there for the game, so you can use them in the
You
game
take
with
them
other
out of a
stuff.
little diorama
And you just sit
the
them on.
game,
Yeah, but it's really cool. So there's a few sort of Spider-Man out
So
there. So he's more likely to have Peter Parker foes out there now. So it's pretty cool.
There's at least 2, if not 3, possible on the table.
Yeah.
At any given time.
I don't think if they've got the keyword of Peter Parker, you can only have one.
Oh,
so
okay.
well,
That's all right then.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right then.
But still, yeah.
But that's, he can reroll his skulls and can reroll all of his attack dice. Ooh. He has to make an attack against a non-dazed enemy. And, yeah.
Okay, so he can sort of be manipulated a little bit. But if there's no Peter Parker, then he's quite free reign to do whatever he wants.
Yeah. And I mean, even if there is a Peter Parker, all he has to do is kill him, and he's
well, that's it. Yeah.
Off on the thing is like
life goals.
Well, you got to take one out, don't you? You may as well make it him first.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, he's a 4-point out of the box anyway. Out of the core box, he's a 4-point character.
Yeah.
Peter Parker.
So they even up.
Yeah. All right, flip him over.
Yeah.
See what we've got.
Let's see if anything changes.
So he's a bit weaker. 5 from 7.
Well, yeah. His physical defense goes down.
Look at his
4.
Yeah. Look at his mystic. Am I seeing that right?
It's 5.
5.
So it goes from 3 to 5.
Wow.
Well, that's a bit weird.
Wow. Okay.
He's just really, really, really angry, I think is all it is.
I guess so. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So pumpkin bombs, that looks like it stays the same.
Yeah, Night of the Goblin
stays
the same. Yep.
I was caught.
Now he's got Glider Ram instead of his Hit and Run. And he's lost his Trick or Treat. So Glider Ram is a 3 power active ability. This character is thrown M. It does not suffer damage if it collides with another character or terrain feature. This superpower may be used only once per activation.
Oh.
So he throws himself.
Yeah, so he spends 3 to get extra movement.
Yeah, a medium ram. So he doesn't take the damage after the collision, but they have to do the a size 3 dodge.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
And imagine him with objectives if he's holding them and and he just needs to get away.
Yeah, you can just say,
fast.
well, I'm just gonna throw myself medium.
3 power M, then move M, then move M. He
Yeah.
goes wherever you need him to go.
He can be lots of places very quickly. So
Cool.
if he's damaged, I mean, he doesn't have this on his happy side. He's still got his arch nemesis, but he's gained unstable psyche. So it's a permanent passive. This character cannot interact with or hold objective tokens.
There we go.
There you go. Oh, well, they thought of it.
Yeah.
During the power phase, roll 5 dice. For each wild, critical, or hit rolled, this character gains 1 power.
Oh.
He's really mad. He's like super mad.
Oh.
He's Hulk level mad.
Yeah, you wouldn't bother with objectives with him now. He's just going nuts.
Yeah.
His potential can do so much damage to somebody.
Yeah, I mean, his ram is 3 power, and his other attack is 3 power. But if you're rolling 5 dice, it's hits, wilds, and criticals. So that's 3 of the, 2 of the not necessarily often ones, but I think there's 2 hits per die, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and each one of them gets him 1 power. I mean, wow.
He's he should have more than enough power to do like the Night of the Goblin and whatever else he needs.
Yeah, he could move, ram, Night of the Goblin.
Cheaper. 3, 7,
Gets
4.
3 instead of 4.
Oh.
Yeah. That's one of the most changed cards I've seen.
Yeah, true.
Usually there's not that much difference between the, a couple of the stats will change and that's about it. But he's changed the power of one of his attacks. He's lost Hit and Run's gone and Trick or Treat's gone. So he's lost 2 powers and gained 2 powers.
He's got something else, yeah.
Yeah. That's insane.
What an interesting character.
He's cool.
I really like him.
I'm gonna get Venom and Doc Ock, and we're gonna have a game.
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you? I'll have to take Spidey because
Yeah, well, you can do good guys, and I'll take some spider foes, and we'll give it a crack, eh?
Yeah.
That's he's pretty groovy. I like him.
Green Goblin.
He can do some serious stuff.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Green Goblin for Marvel Crisis Protocol. He gets a thumbs up from both of us for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go.
Yeah.
If you've used Green Goblin already, leave some comments. Let us know how it goes. Give us some tips. Tarron wants some tips, and I want to hear the tips that he's going to use so I know how to counter the said tips.
So you can counter them. Yes, that's probably a good move.
All right. Thank you
good.
for watching. Consider subscribing, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.